The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it is Sunday, and you know what that means. It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via DHL, Amazon, UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, and of course, that old outlaw, Waylon Jennings. And we talk all of the things that came through the door this week. And this week, a little bit of a short week here, as I am filming this on Wednesday. I do leave Thursday morning bright and early for Los Angeles. Little city, as it's known, as the great Motorhead song sang about. But I will be headed to Los Angeles for WrestleMania weekend. Very excited to go to WrestleMania, but probably most excited to go to the WWE Superstore and check out all the new toy reveals for 2023, what they're going to show us. I can't wait to see all that kind of stuff. Should be a lot of fun, some exciting times out there at WrestleMania. So if you see me wandering around lost, hey, who's this country boy? What's he doing here? You can help me. You can help me across the street or something. Who knows? But if you see me, say hi. I'll be out and about all over the place. Should be a very fun time. It'll be a very busy time as I do get back. I think it's 11:57 p.m. Monday night, and I have to be in Kansas City at 9 a.m. the next morning. So we'll see how that ends up shaking out. No rest for the wicked. I'll sleep when I'm dead. That's what it's going to be at the end of the day. Always working, always hustling, always moving and shaking, I guess is what we're doing here. But we're also moving and shaking here in weekly purchases, and we're going to kick it off here with the Patreon giveaway. Of course, the month of March, we will have an April giveaway. I'll talk about that in next week's video. Be ready for that, Patreon members. But this month, Chris Jericho, Luminaries, Top Picks, Bobby Lashley. These are the giveaways for the month of March, so stay tuned to that. Check out those if you are interested, and like I said, more to come for the April giveaway very soon. I got some ideas, and it should be a pretty fun one for a lot of you guys and gals out there. Of course, we usually recap the week that was here on the channel. We'll do that in a second, but we're doing a new segment again here, and it's not really a new segment, but we're going to talk about it. It's going to be the comment of the week, and a lot of good comments, a lot of good stuff on the old YouTube comment pages. But this one was so funny, I had to really talk about it here. So shout out to Jawa011. You get the comment of the week. You made me smile. You made me laugh a little bit. And our old friend Jawa011 says, Kyle, because of guys like you treating packaging like that, we've got the new no plastic ones, which simply suck for mint in-box collectors. So little did I know was all those see you laters we've been doing over the last couple of years, that is why Hasbro said, you know what? No more plastic prisons. We're not doing that anymore. It couldn't have been about legislation. It couldn't have been about laws and things like that. It was all on my back. It was all my fault. And you know, at the end of the day, really, there's only one person to ask about things like this.
You ever wonder if they're watching your every move? Cell phones, internet, surveillance. Think about it.
And that's exactly right, Jesse. He smells a conspiracy burning. So I thought I'd be reporting on conspiracies. I never thought I would be a part of the conspiracy, but here we are. So more to come on that, I guess, in the future here. But Jawa011, you're exactly right. I'm taking all the blame for no more plastic prison. It's all on me. It's all on my head. I got sturdy shoulders. I can take the heat. So there you go. But let's recap the week that was here on the channel. As usual, a busy week. 3 videos every single day. We don't mess around on this channel, as you guys know. I did say I'm going to Mania, going to Angel City, as Motorhead once sang about. I will be doing a lot of travel videos. I might do a video for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Who knows? Who knows? But there should be a lot of good content over the weekend. Trying to bring some of the Mania experience home to the channel. So stay tuned for all that kind of fun stuff. We'll talk all about that probably as well next week in the Toy News and Weekly Purchases videos as well. But this week on the channel, we did SummerSlam Elites, hot off the truck. Yes, it's WrestleMania season, but SummerSlam is here. So we got the SummerSlam Elites. We unboxed all those here on the channel. Check those videos out. Top 10 Gold Dust figures, the top 10 Gold Dust figures of all time. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. We get to those milestones, and that's where we do a top 10. So we got Gold Dust this time around. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. It's kind of worked out really good. We did top 5 Cody Jax, top 5 Cody Mattel, top 5 AEW Cody. We did a top 10 Dusty, and now a top 10 Gold Dust. So around WrestleMania season, Cody's big match, we knocked out all the family members, all the legacy family members there. really worked out pretty good there. So top 10 gold dust. Check out that one. A lot of gold dust figures over the years and a lot of good figures, honestly, there. We did our weekly Jack's Classic unboxing and review on Tuesdays, a Tuesday staple here on the channel. We did Rick Rude, Bret Hart, and Mr. Perfect from Series 13 this week. All great Intercontinental champions, and in some cases, a world champion in Bret Hart. We did the Mattel WCW Stage First Thoughts video. Of course, that is up. The crowdfunder is up on Mattel Creations right now. We did a video talking about my first thoughts. Of course, Toy News video that we did this week as well has a lot more thoughts on that as kind of the dust is settled and kind of really let it marinate and kind of some more opinions on that. So check that out if you want some more stage talk and my opinions. One thing I think we should all agree on is there's no reason to get so worked up about things like this. If you don't want it, don't buy, but you don't need to actively root against it, which a lot of people want to do, which is just strange to me. You could do so much more with your time, but it is what it is. It's your opinion. If that's what you want to do with your time, you can do that. It's a free world, a free country, as they do say. I also did a video of what I hope to see for WrestleMania. What do I hope they reveal? What new characters? Who do I think will get basics, elites, legends, things like that? A video where I just kind of put on my Nostradamus hat or my tinfoil hat, one or the other, and kind of talk about that a little bit. So check out that video if you're into that. AEW Unmatched, we finished up the last series of that. Another good series from AEW. It's going to be interesting to see how that one parlays into the audiences of retail and things like that. As some go fairly good and some really kind of peg warm. So it'll be interesting, but I really did enjoy that set as a whole. I thought the latest Unmatched was a good set. Apocalypse Marvel Select, a figure I've been waiting for well over a year for. Gotta say, I felt a little disappointed on that one on a few things. You can check out that video if you want to. Franklin and Val Richards, they get the Duke this time. Marvel Legends, DJC Collectibles has those in stock, so I ordered that up right away. Also got Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and check out that video. I got a little movie review there. A lot of people saying, how could you not think Indiana Jones the greatest movie of all time? How it didn't change your life? I don't know. Maybe as a kid it would have. It just wasn't life-changing for me. I mean, it was worth the time. I don't regret watching it. I don't think I'd go back and watch it again, but you guys know me with my collecting and the way my brain works. I got to see it through. I got to see the rest of the Indiana Jones movies. So I'm hoping some of the other ones I enjoy a little bit more than Raiders of the Lost Ark, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what goes on with that one, but I did unbox the Indiana Jones figure, and a pretty good figure, and I can see a lot of people buying just that one and only that one, and then of course the hardcore indie fans, they're going to get them all. I understand that as well. It's like Pokemon with Indiana Jones. You got to catch them all. That's what it goes on to. We also did some Masters of the Universe this week with Hypno and Tongue Lasher. Unboxed those. Two really good figures as well. Check out that video. And then, of course, the weekly fig hunt. Always a fun one on the channel. I was actually in town this time, so I got to go to some of my usual haunts instead of traveling everywhere. So it was nice to see what's changed in the last couple of weeks in my local area. So that was always a nice figure hunt right there. So now we got the weekly purchases ready to go, but before we do that, we started a new segment last week. Check that one out if you missed it, but it's the Jonathan Franks Question of the Week.
Viking, what do you want to be when you grow up? What's the right tip?
Well, John, I'm glad you asked. What did you want to be when you grew up? And it's very funny that that's the question there, as I don't know, maybe I'm a lot like you guys out there. I never had an idea of what I wanted to be when I grew up. I never sat there and said, oh, when I grow up, I'm going to be a lawyer. Oh, I'm going to be an engineer, and I'm going to work towards that goal. I never had that. As a little kid, I was just looking forward to Friday getting a new action figure. That's what I was looking forward to. Of course, like many a kids, I got a job, delivering like newspaper stuff when I was like 12, 13 years old. So I had to get money for action figures for stuff like that. And then at 14, I got a job at a grocery store, and I worked at a grocery stores, transferred around the company and stuff all through college. Worked through everything. Went through all that, and I never really had an idea of what I wanted to do when I grew up. I just kind of figured it'll fall into me. I'll be a baseball player. I'll be something like that. I never thought I was going to be a wrestler. I never thought I was going to do this or that. I just said, I guess I'll fall into it. I just don't know. And it's funny as you think about it, you kind of stress about it, but nobody knows what they want to do. Right now, what do I want to do for the rest of my life? I don't know. Who knows, really? So I guess I said to myself, okay, I'm in college. I'm in grocery stores. I'm really on the fast track to be high up in this grocery chain. I could be store director, go into the vice president roles, things like that, probably into the future. Or I see a lot of buddies and a lot of people, of course, being a manager of a grocery store, you had people that called on you from the outside, and I said, you know what, that doesn't seem like a bad career choice. I might do that. You just go around store to store, you sell into stuff, do that kind of thing. You get a free company car. That sounds like a pretty good deal. And then at the same time, my dad came from an insurance world background, very high up in that level. And I said, maybe I'll just do that. I'll try to be a claims adjuster or something like that. So I did a couple interviews for that. Long story short, got the first job I applied for out of college, and then they moved the job to the country, and I said, I'm not moving to the country. How hard is it to get a job? And this was back when when I graduated college, it was kind of hard to get a job out of college. I said, well, I got the first one I applied for. It will be really easy. Well, then the next couple I didn't get, and I ended up taking a job as a food broker dealing with Hormel and ConAgra and being in charge of Walmarts for the state, which was really nice because I got to travel to 1 million Walmarts. Great for figure hunting, as you can imagine. So I had all that kind of going on, and then, yeah, anyways, it segued into promotion after promotion after promotion, different company, and here we are now all these years later. So really, what do you want to be when you grow up? I had no idea, and I still have no idea now. So there's the Jonathan Franks question of the week. All right, now we segue into weekly purchases, and it looks like a 2 or 3 rounder of weekly purchases this week. A very busy week, and like I said, filming this on Wednesday. I usually film this Friday night, so filming Wednesday, a couple days missing. Those will transfer over to next week, because I have to imagine, unless for some crazy reason I find a bunch of stuff in LA, which I don't see happening, weekly purchases might be a little bit short next week. So I'll probably need those extra 2 days of stuff that came through the mail. But we'll see what happens. But let's kick it off. And Amazon came through with some Army builders. I got the Cobra Bat, Crimson Bats, I should say, this week. So I got 2 of those through the mail from Amazon. I'm sure a lot of you guys did as well. I actually accidentally forgot to cancel my pre-order, but that's okay. I'll take 2 more of these. And I am done with the bats. 3 is enough for me. I don't need any more. I'm almost thinking about taking one of them back because I feel like I just need 2, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. How about a little Frogmonger? How about Frogmonger? A sad tale of my Frogmonger. As I'm filming right now, my 3 that I ordered are still lost in the mail. As you guys know, Midwest Professional Wrestling legend Gage Octane and I, we both ordered these Mattel Creations one, and we both ordered is it 2 or 3, depending what the limit is. We order for each other because I need one to open, I need one mid on card, and I need a safety one for him. And he does the same thing. So we get a safety one for each other. Well, the safety one came in as he gave me this one here for now. Either I'll trade him when mine come in, or I will buy this one from him. But mine have been lost in FedEx, and FedEx says Mattel put too many different labels on the package. They didn't know who to send it to, so they sent it back. Well, just before I started filming, Mattel reached back out, asked for my address again, and said, well, we're not sure what's going on with FedEx, and we'll see. We'll either refund you or we'll send them on. So I got a bad feeling they're just going to refund me, and I'm going to be missing my mid-on-card Frogmonger. So we'll see. FedEx, come on, come through here. Come through. Mattel, come through. But at least I got one of these, and it is up on the Patreon if you are so inclined. Or it could be on regular YouTube by now. Who knows? I did get the Star Wars Mandalorian HK-87. We get the little security droid action there. Another Black Series. Not too bad. I don't know. We'll see how this goes in the old Mandalorian collection. DJC Collectibles coming in hot very early. Outback Rogue, boy oh boy, I don't know about this one. Fan channel exclusive. Really no bells and whistles with this one. It's getting a little bit tough on the old Hasbro department. I hope Hasbro gets things kind of figured out a little bit, because I don't know if that one's worth the squeeze. I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze on that one. We'll see what happens. Of course, Target this week had a little sale going on, and my kids nudged me into this one. I got Toad and Princess Toadstool, $13.99 each. Of course, we did Mario and Luigi about a week ago on the channel. I took those right back to the store and said, hey, price match these. They did, so I got them all for $13.99 a piece instead of the $19.99 a piece. Got to get a deal out there. You guys know how that goes, folks, so that's what we did on those. I was at Walmart. You saw this on the old figure hunt. Beast Boy Walmart exclusive. I picked this up because it's going to pop my daughter. She loves herself some Beast Boy, so this could be kind of funny to see. We got Beast Boy, and you guys know I'm also a sucker for any character that comes with an animal, so love a good animal. There we do. We got Beast Boy there. I did get Batman about a month ago. Well, the Joker finally came through. I got the Vampire Joker. I figured that'd be cool to have Batman and the Joker Vampire Edition side by side, so we got that there. Another Walmart one. Talked about this one, Indiana Jones. There it is, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Very cool. A lot of people's like, well, you don't even like Indiana Jones. It's like, I know who Indiana Jones is. I know enough to be dangerous. It's not like I've never heard of him. But definitely this figure is one of those ones that I can see on a lot of people's desk. I can see it in like a miscellaneous shelf. Or if you're all in, you're buying all the figures, you got a shelf just to Indiana Jones. But a pretty cool one that I'm probably going to mix in with either my Marvel Legends or my G.I. Joe, or who knows, maybe my Star Wars. We'll see how he would do on Endor, maybe. Who knows? But Indiana Jones, and I think that's where the line stops for me, most likely. We'll see what happens. Another DJC collectible, Indy, and this one. Franklin Richards and Val Richards here. So a little Fantastic Four 2-pack, an interesting one. We unboxed this as well on the channel. And then last for round one of weekly purchases, we got Donatello as the Invisible Man. We continue on with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Universal Monsters crossovers. Very cool figures. And Donatello, probably my least favorite turtle. Invisible Man, probably my least favorite Universal Monster. But somehow this still works, and I still do get enjoyment out of this figure here. Very, very cool, and it's cool to complete the team in the Universal Monsters Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover, so that's always fun as well. So there's round one of weekly purchases. Let me clean up, and we'll be back for round number two. All right, let's start off round two of weekly purchases, and the hits keep on coming. The clearance hits, that is. I rang these up. They weren't marked, but they did ring up and scanned at $14.99, so I did get the Bat Cycle with Sidecar. I love the Batman 66 line. I just have a personal goal of to get every single thing from that line on clearance, and that's what I did right here with this one, so happy to pick that up. And then the Villain's Lair as well, $14.99, so be looking at your targets if you're after some of this stuff, as they are going to clearance right now. And as we've talked about a few times on the channel over the last couple of months, a lot of people said it doesn't happen, but it happens every single year. About this time of year, we start getting clearance at Targets. They move some product out, move stuff out as they have a little bit of a refresh right around the Easter time frame. That's where we should see the brand new Legends anytime now, and the Bret Hart Ultimate Edition. There was a sighting already of that Bret Hart. I think it was in Arizona, if I remember correctly. So that Bret Hart should be out in the next couple of weeks if you guys are looking for that one. So stay tuned for more on that on the channel here. We did get a few extra things this week. I've been looking for a loose version of this for quite some time. Have not been able to come across a good priced loose one. Well, ended up finding one in box that was actually cheaper than most loose ones are, if you can believe that. So I did get this Mankind Jax Ruthless Aggression. Really pains me to open this one. I already have a minty mint one. This one's actually pretty mint as well. A little bit of a corner wear, but for the most part, good shape. But I needed this loose, so I guess this is going to be the donor here. We'll unbox that on the channel probably in 2024, so stay tuned for that. The MJF Walmart exclusive, a very interesting one. This did come to Walmart. Seems like it's been popping up all over this week. I got to think if CM Punk and Hangman Page peg warmed, this is going to take peg warming to another level. There's not a ton of meat on the bone here. You basically get a different trunks color. I don't know if that's enough for the average Joe out there, but we know why they do these things. People get mad about it. But Walmart's Targets, they got to have their exclusives. That's what keeps things moving. That's the wheels that keep moving. Because if they don't, if Mattel says, I'm not going to give you guys this exclusive, well, I'm not going to give you as much shelf space. How do you like that? And they need Walmarts, they need Targets, etc. to survive. It's all part of the business. You always got to take that business step back, as we always do say there. Speaking of clearance, $10 at Walmart on clearance. I grabbed this, not sure why, not sure what I'm going to do with it. This might be a future giveaway on the channel, but for $10 for this, I felt was a heck of a deal. I like that value there, and this is one of the funner ones, a little vehicle here, and honestly, you can put this with your G.I. Joes, you put it with your Marvel Legends. You could do different stuff with this if you are so inclined, so I thought that was pretty cool. And the clearance hits keep on coming here. Little Power Rangers, I don't know anything about this character, but for $10, a little deluxe figure, a little space-age kind of robot police enforcer, like a young RoboCop, like a Rex 1. Man, I'm here for that. I'll pick that up all day long. It's $10, felt right to me. And the hits keep on coming. Dumb Kyle mistake of the day here. One of 3,000 Roddy Piper Jakks Classic Superstars Toy Fair exclusive. As you guys know, I'm working on a loose set and a min-on card set. If you guys like Jakks Classic Superstars videos, I think I'm ahead to like May of 2024 on Patreon. Every week we do a video on Tuesday. Well, you could be all the way up to May of 2024. That's how far ahead I have worked on these. You think I do a lot of videos on traditional YouTube? Just check out Patreon. There's a lot of extra content, tons of videos. I think we're well over 100 videos that are not on traditional YouTube that are only up on Patreon. So you get quite the value for your buck on top of everything else we do over there. But this Roddy Piper, I thought I had a loose one already, and I sold my double min-on card. Can you believe that? So I had to buy one back, so I bought a loose one back. So dumb mistake of the day. It's bound to happen every once in a while, but at least I got this Piper back in my collection. And it looks like a few little things left here. If you guys go to your Targets this week, could be long gone by now, but Royal Rumble Elite set, you got Damian Priest, you got Rey Mysterio, we got Brie Bella, and the man they call Vader once again, as these were $10.99 this week at Target, $10.99 a piece. And I said to myself, oh, I don't need those, not going to buy them. And then I kind of double-checked. You saw it in the figure hunt. I said, you know what, I am going to get these because I might build another Michael P.S. Hayes, or I guess Doc Hendricks. I might use another Doc Hendricks and sell the Lucy's here, or there's a possibility I might give this entire wave away for the month of April, the Patreon giveaway. So that might be the way I do it. I might give away this set for the April Patreon members. I guess stay tuned to Patreon, stay tuned to the channel. We'll decide very soon what we're giving away for April, but I kind of do want another Doc Hendricks, so we'll see what happens there. And then finally, I said to myself I wasn't going to do it, but then the shiny new toy effect took hold, and these actually look a little bit better in person. We'll see once we get them out of the package, but I did end up picking the brand new Marvel Legends Into the Spider-Verse wave, except for Spider-Gwen. She was missing, but we got Spider-Man 2099, an interesting body style on that, I think. This one, I don't know what to think about this one. This is like nightmare fuel to me. This is the Spot, very weird body style on him. And then this one I had to get, no matter what I was picking up. I knew Spider-Punk, love that, that's awesome. Here for that one. Miles Morales, they had 2 of him. Everybody else they had 1 of, but we got Miles Morales here. And then we keep on coming with Jessica Drew. Man, she's got some big hair going on in that figure. Hopefully she'll stand up okay. We'll see what happens. But we got that one. And then finally you got Peter B. Parker, the other one I planned on getting for sure. Love kind of, it's like the one we got before, but he's got a mask on, things like that. Now $24.99, pretty steep for something like this if you ask me. We'll talk about it when we unbox it, because no Build-A-Figure pieces with this one. No real deluxe accessories of any kind. Really leaving a lot to be desired in a lot of ways with, I think, what we get with this kind of stuff. And we'll see, and like I said, we'll talk about it in the video, so stay tuned for that in the future. So there it is. That is the weekly purchases. Looking around, nothing else new here. A busy week for just a couple of days. We'll see what next week brings. Of course, like I said, stay tuned to the channel. I will be at WrestleMania weekend. A lot of content to come out of that, so make sure you do subscribe. SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. Of course, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Like this video. Leave me a comment on what you picked up this week. I want to hear about it. Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget about the Patreon giveaways, all kinds of fun stuff. I asked some Q&A questions over there, as hopefully I'll run into some of the Mattel guys while I'm in California. So hopefully they'll give me some of the questions for that. So we'll see what happens in that aspect of the trip. But a lot going on the Patreon channel as always, and your best way to support the channel. You can also support the channel over at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So there it is. You guys know what I'm doing. I'm rocking and rolling already in California for WrestleMania. And I'll see you guys all real soon.